Hey everyone, this is Nia here at Cozy Homeschool, and today I want to talk about my Bible curriculum. Now, last year we were doing a lot of devotionals, and I absolutely love this devotional. If you're looking for a great one with your littles, it's called Indescribable, and it is 100 devotions about God and science. So there is times that I will pull this out and I will use it. I love how they tie together God and science, and there's a lot of fun facts, and our kids dive into this. We did it over the summer. But going forward for this school year, I really wanted to find a Bible curriculum that was a little more structured. I wanted a chronological Bible study. I wanted to work through the books of the Bible. I wanted to learn about history and timeline. I also wanted something that was engaging and fun and wasn't too dry. Now, both of my kids are very visual, and they're also kinesthetic learners. They like to draw. They like to see and not just hear, but also see and draw. And I learned that way also. I find that I will remember a lot easier is if I'm listening and drawing. And I came across something called Grapevine Studies. So Grapevine Studies, it's a couple that they were looking for an engaging, fun, chronological Bible study, and they couldn't really find anything. So they decided to start their own. And they found that by taking stick figures, something so simple as a stick figure, that they could actually help their kids learn and remember history and facts and dates and things about the Bible by hearing, reading, and drawing. So I was so pleased to come across this, and we decided to start with Old Testament. Now, not only do they offer Old Testament, New Testament, they offer things such as the birth of Jesus that we'll be doing for the month of December. So around Christmas time, we'll be doing that specific study. They have one for the resurrection around the time of Easter. And also it starts in preschool, and they are releasing in around Christmas time in December high school. So they have from preschool to kindergarten to early elementary school to upper elementary school to middle school, and then they will soon have a high school level study as well. So it's something that you can do with all ages, and if you have multiples, they offer multi-age studies. Now, the one thing I love about it is that when you're reading and you're learning, there's boxes to draw pictures about what it is you're hearing and learning about. Now, it's perfect for my 3 turning 4 and 5 turning 6-year-olds. So today on my video, I'm going to give you a little sample of what we've been working through. We've been doing this for about a month and a half. I'm going to review what I think works really well, some things that we might have tweaked. So the course offerings that Grapevine Studies has are things like Old Testament, New Testament, birth of Jesus, resurrection, the biblical feasts and holidays, holy days. Also, they have a 2021 biblical events calendar that they are releasing as well. So I think that's so great, and I can't wait to dive into these other studies. Already, just with the Old Testament, this is what we do the first thing in the morning, and our kids are so eager to get started. And they go out and they get their binders and they open them up and they have it ready, and they love it. And I've been able to see how much they've been able to retain just by drawing, listening, coloring, learning. It's been phenomenal. So I really think that this fits so well with their family, and I'm so excited to share with you. Here we go. So when I ordered the Grapevine Studies PreK to K Old Testament curriculum, it's PreK to K, I got the teacher's guide, and what I did, it's shipped loose. Now you have to forgive me. My son accidentally spilled a coffee. So this is real life right here. So my son spilled the coffee, but it gives it character. So yours won't have all of these coffee stains on it, but it's shipped loose. So this is the teacher's guide. Okay, so in the teacher's guide, it's going to give you all of what you're going to read and what you can say, and then what you're going to have them draw, and then suggestions for what they can draw. And it just helps you, give you a guide to lesson review, questions that I ask them at the end of our lesson, a memory verse that you can do. We don't always do the memory verses, but we try to do one for the week. So for us, we really try to do one memory verse for the week. Now, I got the PreK to K level lesson pages for the students. This is my daughter's. So for Lena, who's 5 turning 6, her boxes are blank. She likes to add a lot of detail and come up with ideas on her own for what it is we're talking about. But for my son, for Nigel, he is 3 turning 4. So he's still working on it. And these here for him, his are the same content, the same information, but they have traceable lines and shapes. So for him, what his job is to do is to get crayons or a marker, and he traces what we're talking about in these boxes. Now, sometimes it's a scribble, but he is listening. And then I ask him the same questions. In the morning, I will get out my Bible. I will have my teacher guide open to the lesson that we're doing. So I'm going to give you an example. This lesson is Moses and the burning bush. And then this would be the first box, second box, third box, and fourth box. So our kids have their own notebooks of what they're working on for the week. So they know in the morning they start with Bible. So Lena would have hers open, Nigel would have his. And I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like. So I will say Moses killed an Egyptian, and we talk about that. I will read the verses, and then it says here, it really gives you a summary. Okay, and it talks about that, and then what would that look like? So after that, he fled. So Moses left Egypt and he fled, and so this is a picture of Moses fleeing. And sometimes we'll talk about, how he might have fell when that was happening. And then Moses had a family. God heard the prayers of the Israelites, and then Moses in the burning bush. So after we talk about these 4 boxes in our lesson, then I will go to the lesson overview and I will ask questions. So why did Moses leave Egypt? And in there, it gives me the answer. So it's a quick reference. So I will just ask them these questions and they'll just verbally answer them back. So this is an example of Nigel's lesson for the day. Again, he's 3 turning 4. So he's still working on his penmanship and he's trying to trace. There's already a stick figure here for him. There were 4 heads and he added hair, and then we got to the burning bush. And so sometimes it looks like this. Sometimes, guys, it looks like this. Okay, again, he's 3 turning 4. I try to keep him on task. Sometimes he is just scribbling, but he is listening. So this is another day. But again, he's still working, and it's become a routine for him. So he knows the drill, and he opens up his binder. And this day he didn't even do anything, but he sat there and listened. So sometimes it's hit and miss. And then at the end, we have review questions. So then I will sit with them and I will simply ask them review questions. We don't get to all of these, but I'll try to make sure they have the general understanding. Then this is a free drawing page. Okay, so this is just 1 week of lessons that we did. And then I'll show you my daughter is 5 turning 6, and hers looks a little bit different. So here's an example of my daughter, Lena, who is 5 turning 6. She loves art. She's very creative. This would be an example of one day, our lesson for that day. So Moses in the burning bush. So we talked about these things. She adds a lot more detail, and I let her have a little more time at the end if she wants to fill in and add the detail. This is the next day. She decided to use, maybe we use colored pencils. Our kids like markers, so they use markers a lot. So this is another day. We started learning about the 10 commandments, and then at the end of that lesson for the day, again, I would ask them these questions as a review that they're learning, they're understanding, they're remembering. The tabernacle. Okay, and then again, the part 2, this is the final review at the week. So we go through, where did God want Abraham to go? So I'll just ask them these questions and we'll go through. So this would be 1 week for them, Monday through Friday, of their Bible. And again, we start out, if you look up here, we start out, the first thing we do is Bible, and this takes about 10 minutes for us. So we do our lesson, and then they each earn 2 tickets. We do a ticket system. They each earn 2 tickets if they do their Bible and they have a happy heart about it, and they're not fighting and arguing. And then I will just put this away and we'll turn to the next thing in our school. So this is something, again, you could do if you're homeschooling. It's perfect for if you're homeschooling. But even if your kids are at school or private school, wherever they go, a hybrid virtual school, this is something that you can do even before school in the morning, or maybe at night before you go to bed. Maybe you sit down as a family and you do this together. So it's a great way to learn and grow deeper in the Word, learn more about the Bible. And I've been just seeing that our kids have been so eager and so hungry to learn more by this method, learning God and growing deeper in their faith through stick figures. So if this sounds like something that you'd like to try, you can find it directly on grapevinestudies.com, or to make it easier for you, I've listed a link that you can click on. This is a direct link from me. Also look out for coupon codes that I have for 20% off to get you started, and just try with one study. I decided to start with Old Testament right from the beginning in Genesis, and we're going to work our way through all the way to the New Testament, stopping in December and doing the birth of Jesus. And then in April, we're going to try the resurrection study. So we're going to try these studies. It has worked so great. We have been so consistent. We do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning, the first thing that we do for school. And it's worked really well for our family. And maybe if your kids are going to school, you could integrate it just 3 times a week, a couple times on the weekends. But it's a great way to help you as the parent just give you a guided study and take the thinking out for you and follow the questions, good review questions. Hope you enjoyed this video and find it valuable. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them below. Would love to hear what you think, what you're using for your family. And I hope that through this, that you can grow closer as a family to knowing God and to make Him known with others. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.